This is probably the easiest IXL lesson you'll ever do. This is adding and subtracting like terms. 9i minus 2i has no choice but to be 7i. Done. Negative I minus I. That's like negative 1 minus 1. Negative 2i. Negative 2i minus 3i. Negative 5i. And, if you don't know what's going on some of these, you can always use a calculator, just work with the numbers. Negative 3 plus 10 plus 8i. And look at here, this standard form, a plus bi. All right, so a is the real, and then bi. Negative 3 and 10 makes 7. Then we're going to add 2 at 8i. 7 plus 8i. Pretty easy lesson. Nothing special about this. Focus on like terms. These are like terms. 7 and negative 3 makes a 4. And then we have a 6 plus 3i plus 9i. I'm at a 43, ain't done anything. Negative I and 2i makes an I, so order matters, sorry. The real number has to happen first, so you got to talk about the real number first. Plus negative 4 is still going to be negative 4. Then we have negative I plus 2i, so plus I. What do we got here? We got negative 4 plus I. Negative 5 and 1 makes negative 4. So forth. This one's got that negative symbol in front of it. So let me switch over to paper real quick so I can show it. Because I know this will trip up a certain segment of the student body. Not necessarily you, certain students in this will be thrown off by this thing. So you have to distribute your negative. A negative times a negative is positive. Negative times a negative is positive. And then obviously you're good to go. We have a 4, that's the real piece. And then we have plus 5i. So 4 plus 5i. I don't know if IXL will take it backwards. I'm not going to risk it. I know I don't like it when kids do it backwards. All right, same idea on this one. Shouldn't be too big of a deal. Let's bump up to level 5 and see if it gets interesting. No, it does not. Negative 7 plus I and 12 plus I. So negative 7 plus 12 is 5. I plus I is 2I. Excellent. Decimals. Oh, Lord. Big deal. Let's see if we put those two together. Sorry, let's focus on numbers here. 7.6, 0.9 should be 8.5. And that's what we're doing. We're adding like terms. I mean, you can use a calculator if you have to. That's 8 tenths, negative 8 tenths. Should be plus 6.1i. Brilliant, apparently. This one would throw some kids off. It's worth talking about. This is negative 6 minus 4i, and I'm writing it down off the side, minus 15 minus 14i. And really all you got to do is make sure you distribute your negative symbol. Negative 6 plus 4i minus 15 plus 14i. That's the big deal. Distribute that negative. You'll be fine. A negative 6 minus 15 is negative 21. And 4 and 14 makes 18. So the correct answer should be negative 21 plus 18i. Let's see if I'm right. I am right. Oh, ooh. I'm glad I ran into this. I am. This is fractions. I've always worried about IXL not being difficult enough, so it's good to see if they're doing stuff like this.
I hear somebody coming here.
Why would somebody be coming here? It's only parent-teacher conference, Emmett.
I know it's a parent coming.
I don't know if another parent is coming, son.
Well, I want to hug one.
Oh, you want to hug another person? Negative times negative is positive. Negative times a positive is negative.
Can I hug him?
Emmett, if another person comes in here and they want to be hugged, you can hug the living crap out of them. Now, this is not an equation, so we can't multiply everything by 15. That's a big deal. Not an equation. Cannot multiply by the LCD. Just not something you can do. All right. It's not going to be too bad. It's really not. I don't think it's going to be too bad. Of course, you guys probably don't know how to work with fractions like you should, but we'll do it by hand anyways. I'm going to focus on these two pieces right here. Actually, you know what I should do? I said I can't multiply by the LCD. I can and I can't. I am, however, going to find an LCD. That's what I'm going to do. So the denominators are 3 and 5. What I want to do is I want to turn them into 15s. Okay? So if I 3 this piece down here, I have to 3 this piece. And there's two terms up here. You always wrap through them all. If I 5 this 3, I have to 5 this top. This will be minus 6i over 15. And then this will be minus 50 minus 5i over 15. All right. What did that do me? Well, the problem is I still have a mixture of fractions and not fractions. So I'm going to have to kind of do the same thing to them to get it all together. I will 15 the bottom, which means I have to 15 the top. I will 15 the bottom, I'll 15 the top. So 15 the top here gives me a negative 30i over 15, plus 1 times 15, 15 over 15, minus 6i over 15, and then minus 50 minus 5i over 15. And I should not have dropped those parentheses. They're still actually required there, otherwise you'll tend to make a mistake. Now, everything is going to be sitting pretty over 15. And I'm going to go through and I'm going to combine like terms. That's negative 36i, and I am going to take away a negative 5i. So negative 36, take away a negative 5i is negative 31i. If I focus on my numbers, I have 15 minus 50, which is negative 35. And obviously I should go back and check and make sure I'm doing everything right. Kind of an ugly little problem. I'm actually going to break off the side here and cheat a little bit. Make sure I am doing it right, because I know things you don't. Cool, did it right. Now, the form that they want is a plus bi. So I'm going to break this fraction apart. Negative 35 over 15 minus 31i over 15. This will simplify. Those numbers are both divisible by 5. That's negative 7/3. 31 and 15 don't have anything in common. So negative 7/3 minus 31i 15ths. And let's check it. Negative 7/3 minus 31i over 15. Wonderful. Okay, so that wasn't bad. It wasn't easy though. Like I could see that bugging a lot of kids. So I think I'll set a goal of 80-90 on this one. I really think that's going to be my goal.